Ninja, let's explain to the people what we're ranking in this one. This is the Tier 2 publishers.
Alright, so we are looking at the Tier 2 publishers. We're not talking about our big, giant AAA publishers. We're talking about our lower level guys, the ones that are bringing up our indie games, the ones that are, probably not as big, not as financially powerful as these guys. So that includes the Koch Primetime, if that's how you say it properly. I've been calling it Koch all night.
Koch. It's Koch.
Koch. Okay, is that how you say it? Yeah. Great.
It's a German name.
Yeah. Okay. That also includes Devolver Digital and Gearbox.
Woo!
What about that small indie studio that we have on this list? Ubisoft? I don't know how you pronounce it.
Yeah, I don't know who they are either, but they're in a different one. Don't worry.
Okay.
They're too small. They're Tier 3. Alright. Let's start things off. Number 18 with a group score of 1.25.
Yeah.
Lowest score so far.
This is Homeworld 3. I gave it a 1. I don't know what Homeworld is. Ninja?
Wait. Did I give it a... Was I the one person that gave it something that wasn't a 1?
You are the reason it's not 1.0. You are the reason.
I am
Ninja.
I am the savior. Gearbox, give me free Borderlands stuff. I gave it a
Free
2.
Homeworld stuff.
I just said it's a sequel in an OG series. I'm still not going to get it because I'm not interested, but they didn't show me anything to be mad about it, so...
A11.
They didn't show you anything to be excited about it either. I gave it a 1.
True.
Sorry, no, that's not true. They showed us a title screen saying Homeworld 3 interspersed between a load of random chat about some random stuff. I also don't know what Homeworld is. And to be honest with you, after this showcase of it, I couldn't care less.
A11, they tried to... What they tried to do, I think, is they tried to Nintendo it. You know when Nintendo put up the Metroid Prime 4 title screen? And everyone lost their minds?
I screamed in joy for that one.
Exactly. I think they tried to pull that, and it just really didn't work.
Bombed hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Liam?
I gave this a 1. And I think I stand amongst my peers here when I say that statement. But I would like to read the review I've written, which is... The little snippets of interviews about Homeworld 1 and Homeworld 2 throughout the presentation, followed by a less than stellar teaser, if that's what you call a title card, is why I didn't review this in the first place. However, as I've been asked to fix this discrepancy between myself and the others, here I am. That's it.
It's accurate. It's very
Excellent.
accurate.
We're going to move on to number 17. The Demon Throttle port for Switch, which got a group score of 3.38. Let's start with A11.
1.
Nothing further, just 1.
Yeah.
Liam?
Which one's this? Demon Thrall. Sorry, I'm getting messages for some reason. I'd told people I was recording, and my sister's just like, I'm going to message you. I gave Demon Thrall a 6.5, and the description I have written here is, reminds me of the old days.
I gave it a 2. Ninja?
Gentle, just nothing. Nothing further to be said. So I gave this one probably its highest score, just because of the sheer memes that Devolver's putting out at the moment. They went in, hey, this is only physical. So we're not selling this digitally, meaning it is about to be scalped all to shit. So, yeah, I literally just gave it a good score for the memes. So...
Well, alrighty then. Another one from Devolver, number 16. Tumble Time, with a group score of 3.81. I put, lol, super funny, but fuck no if this is real. Ninja?
Gentle, what did you score that at?
Oh, I gave that a 1.
So, I think Devolver's the one place that I'm going to be the massive outlier on just about everything. I gave it a 7 just because I love that the song is annoyingly catchy, and I do spend a lot of time, unfortunately, having to play mobile games because I'm not home and not able to do things. Also, I said, haha, man pooping is funny. So... And I just like that it's a parody of mobile games as well.
1. I mean, to be fair, the announcement was hilarious, and I actually thought it was a joke, but it's not. So 1.
That's why I put if real in parentheses. I'm still not sure. Alrighty, moving on to number 15.
I didn't get to say it.
Hang on.
Wait. Oh! I got thrown off.
Whoa.
I did say Liam, and then... No, you're right. Go ahead, Liam.
I gave Tumble Time a 6.25. And my review here reads... Hang on, let me put on my reading glasses for this. They snorted a line of coke before making this. Which I think is apt.
I think they do that before each of their games, just as something special.
I think they do it before they film anything. Have you seen the stuff they put out the past few years?
So many chili dogs.
I think my favorite thing about them is like immediately after, like any presentations that were on the same time or immediately after or before, people were just like, I feel so bad that you're near Devolver Digital, you're not going to stand a chance.
It's true. It's true. Wasn't it Square after Devolver Digital?
It was.
And people hated Square. Okay.
Anyway.
Sorry, number 15, Payday 3, which got a 3.94. A11.
Payday 3, yeah? I gave this a 5. I think Payday is one of those games that has got a super passionate following. We didn't really see anything from the actual game, hence why it's a 5. So I'm staying neutral because I did play Payday 2 a little bit, and with friends, it is a lot of fun. So I'm waiting to see more.
Liam?
So I definitely misinterpreted the trailer when I watched this. But I gave it a 4.75, with the redeeming quality being my intrigue into the game, which I gave a 7. And to be fair, it was because I misinterpreted the trailer. Because they flashed a bunch of games, I think, at once, and so I wrote, I've never been overly interested in the Payday series, but Giancarlo Esposito brings the review score.
They're all wearing masks. He could be in there.
No, they flashed 2 clips of Payday either side of a Giancarlo Esposito clip, so I was like, oh, maybe he's in the game, but no, it was a different thing entirely. It was Far Cry 6.
All right. I gave this a 2.
They did show Payday in the Cock games.
Yes, in the actual the
Yes.
Coke Primetime.
Yeah.
Liam, say it again. How is it pronounced?
Koch.
Koch.
Anyway, I gave this a 2. It doesn't look for me. But I'm
I'd
just
hope
sour, I guess, on this one, Ninja.
So Payday 3, I enjoyed Payday 2 when I played it. I gave it a 4 just because there was no real info. However, the soundtrack in Payday 3 already sounds good from the little bit that we've seen. So Payday's just got a bang of a soundtrack all around.
I'm gonna watch the trailer again. If I fucking hear like some sort of anime song, I'm gonna be like, "That's why he was."
No, it's really not. Watch the actual one from the Koch Primetime.
Okay. I mean, I watched the entire Koch Primetime and I thought legitimately Giancarlo was in it, so clearly the trailers aren't very precise.
Did you watch the Primetime or did you watch the one from Summer Games Fest where they gave?
I watched the Primetime because they didn't show Payday 3 properly in Summerfest. They gave it like a millisecond, and I was like, "We're not reviewing a millisecond of footage."
All right.
Number 14 is Godfall Fire and Darkness expansion. I lost my note. Okay. I gave this a 7. This game honestly looks like it fits me in terms of the stuff I play. Just its art style and user complaints of the controls keep staving me away. So it's sitting at a 7 for me. Ninja?
I gave this a 2. I forgot Godfall existed. It was a PS5 launch title, and I forgot that it existed. And it just looks mediocre. Though, saying that there's getting a PS4 release, hey, that's cool.
You mean PS5?
No, it's getting a PS4 release. They showed it in
Yeah,
the
part
trailer
of the
that it's getting a
announcement was
PS4
PS4.
release.
Oh.
I've never heard of a game being so universally undersold that they actually went back and were like, we're going to release this on the previous generation console to see if we can spice it up.
Liam, that's because about 6 people in the world own PS5s at this point.
It's true. It's fucking scalpers, am I right?
Yep, exactly.
By the way, if you listen to this and you are a scalper, you're a cunt.
Agreed.
A11.
Am I agreeing with that, or am I saying my score?
Yes.
Both.
Yes, 1. I don't know how many. I don't know if anyone's. I actually was keeping an eye on Godfall when it was announced, because it was a PS5 exclusive, but it also came to PC at the same time. And I thought, oh, this game looks like it could be really good, and it bombed hard. Like, apparently, it is a terrible game, very repetitive and boring, and the DLC looks like exactly more of the same. I think it does actually say a lot that they've had to release it on PS4. Not just because people aren't able to get PS5s, but I think also it didn't sell very well on the platforms it released on, so they're bringing it out on PS4. So for me, no, and I would recommend not getting it, Gentle, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah,
but boring and mundane is right up my alley.
You know what? That's the sad part. It's
Yeah,
true.
good
You can
point.
make a spreadsheet about it.
Liam,
So is it me or
you go?
Yeah, me. Okay, I gave this game a whopping 7. And the only reason it got that high a score was because it was literally the only other game. The only other thing I realized at the time was a game that they were actually advertising. And so I gave it a high score on the sheer hope that if I gave them a high enough score on the game, they'd actually release another game in the next E3. My review here reads, it was legitimately the only other thing worth a review. It was okay. Because up until today, I thought there was only 2 things in Gearbox that, like, their thing that we need to review. There was 3. And I don't count the third one, so it's still 2.
There were actually 4.
Fuck off.
Seriously, there were 4.
What was the 4th?
2 of them were shown in Summer Games Fest.
What was the 4th?
I guess we'll find out as we go
get that
along.
in a minute. We'll get that in a hot minute.
Mm-hmm. All right, that was everyone for that one, right? No one got skipped?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to number 13. Encased, which got a group score of 4.38. We're going to start with Mr. A11 on this one.
Encased. Yes. I remember that so well that I'm definitely not just having a quick look to see what it was, because I do know that it, of course, it is a sci-fi post-apocalyptic RPG. In fact, it's a tactical sci-fi RPG set in an alternate alternative 1970s, where an enormous and inexplicable artifact, the Dome, is discovered in a remote desert. And obviously, you get to fight enemies, explore the enormous wasteland, level up your character, and join one of the forces in the ruined world. And because of that excitement that I knew was happening, I gave this a 2.
Can we turn on our face cams now just for us, or is it too late?
No, I can't do face cam with this score. It doesn't work.
But
right.
on a serious note, I thought that there was good humour in the trailer, but the game is a hard no for me.
Liam, your counterpoint.
I don't know how to follow that up. I gave it a 6.5. I'm intrigued but not inspired. I don't want to ad-lib anymore. That was just perfect.
I slapped it with a 5. Looks funny, but I don't get what the gameplay will be like. Score could go higher or lower with more info.
I just told you.
That's true! And with the info I have received, I am very happy with my 5.
Great.
Hey, Justin, it's your turn.
Yeah, you know. God, I can't fucking think. Okay.
The game is encased.
I gave it a 4. I said it looks like an isometric Fallout style, but I said but no real info. But as A11 said, he's given us all the info
Really
now.
In hindsight, turns out this game came out on the 26th of September 2019, so not sure we should have reviewed it. But there you go.
Wait, seriously? Did it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, this is already a shambles.
And now you know why I'm so indignant about Ratchet and Clank: A Rift in Time.
So if you like the game
Rift
and the
Apart,
description,
sorry.
you can go and pick it up today. There you go.
Anyway,
Beautiful.
it got a 4. I don't care. Let's move on before I literally pass out from lack of oxygen.
All right, Ninja, you're going to go first on this one. Number 12 is Inscription, which got a group score of 4.63.
Just looking for that one in Oh, I remember.
Which obviously
this
you
one.
know as well, yeah.
Yeah, I remember this one. I was looking for my notes.
You
Yeah.
mean Googling it?
No. I'm not Googling. You'd hit my keyboard. Yeah. So anyone who played Pony Island will immediately understand the vibe of this game. It is creepy as hell. I feel like the fourth wall might as well not exist at this point because I know exactly what's about to happen in this one. And I think it's going to be a very good thing if it comes out around Halloween time. It's really going to mess with people's heads and creep them out. I was creeped out, like the hair on my arm just standing on end on the during the trailer, so 6 out of 10.
Excellent. A11.
So I gave this a 1. I was quite harsh on some of these games. Mainly because this one was a mix of a lot of things that is not for me. I don't do horror. I didn't really understand it was kind of card based, but it had other elements to it. And as Ninja said, like even the trailer was very like gave me psychological like horror vibes, and I was just like, no, thank you.
Welcome to Pony Island. I recommend giving it a play sometime.
Absolutely not.
Liam, the Irish perspective.
I gave Inscription a 6.5. And my review here reads, and I still agree with it: confused, scared, horny, and intrigued.
All right. All right. I gave it a 5. I think, based on my notes, maybe I still don't get what the full game is. I put card game plus board game in a video game, puzzle, survival, and horror.
Yeah, that's about
That
it.
sounds about right.
Yes, that's what it does.
It's a good synopsis.
Do you want to write for the same place A11 got his description of the last one?
I
You
could
inside my
write
brain?
wiki pages? I'm just writing what I saw.
You and A11 just have a way with fucking words.
No, they share a single brain cell at this point. That was written when Gentle had the collective brain cell.
We're going to go to 11 now, right before we hit top 10. King's Bounty 2 with a group score of 4.69. I'm going to go first on this one. I was going to be a 6, but realized it's a sequel and would want to play the first one first, and just nah. So,
Okay.
that's it from me on that one.
You're like the guy who went to the fucking Avengers Infinity War and was like, I didn't like it. It turns out you have to go see all the other Marvel movies first. Was shit. Which is a legitimate review, by the way, in a newspaper.
I've seen that one.
A11, go next.
King's Bounty 2, I gave it 2. I just thought it looked really boring.
Wow, between you and me with Far Cry 6 and King's Bounty 2, we're nailing our scores.
Liam.
I gave it, controversially, according to this fucking group, a 6.75. I said it seems like a fun game that, given the time, could be almost reminiscent of Oblivion.
Ninja, right?
Yeah, yes, that is me indeed.
That is the order of things.
This is the way. Liam, it's not actually that controversial because I gave it a 5.
Hey!
It looks like a Western RPG, but also I don't know if it's maybe Diablo dungeon crawler style, more so than Oblivion style, which is great either way. Also, the narrator's voice made me literally want to slap him up and down the street.
I can't remember what his voice was.
Whiny bitch I have ever seen, and I wanted to throw
That's
him.
what it was.
Also, that trailer was kind of sus because the person is Among Us. Had to go with the meme because why not? So Gentle just put an emergency meeting across the screen at this point.
Okay. Alrighty, we're going in the top 10 territory now. That score is still not above 5-0, though.
I think we're getting there.
Seems
though.
similar to the last one that we don't get him a 5 in the top 10.
We hate things here.
It's true.
You guys hate things. My scores have been great.
This one, I actually remember pretty well.
Yes.
Number
I'm
10,
sad.
Wizard with a Gun, 4.81 group score. I'll go first. I said soundtrack is a banger, cool looking crafting systems, art style's not for me, but overall fun idea.
And score?
I gave it a 5. A11.
I gave it a 2 because it's not for me. I won't pick it up. I won't play it. Glad you guys will enjoy it though.
I just have a feeling that Justin and A11 are gonna have a falling out. Hey, Devolver Digital.
No, it has nothing to do with that. I understand that we have some differing opinions on things.
All right, Liam. Let's put you in the middle so you don't hit each other.
Cool. So I stood between my two friends here with them just digging into both my sides and really making me scream and moan in pain. I gave it a 7.25. I'm actually really interested in it because of the art and the music and also the concept of a wizard with a fucking gun.
It's a cool concept.
Ninja?
Yeah.
I gave it a 5 as well. I like the art style. I also like the whole concept of the Old West with Lovecraft feeling that it gives off. Music absolutely slaps. Though, you know what vibe I actually got that I think might be interesting is I got a very much a Don't Starve kind of vibe with how things were going around, you know? So, I think if it's got co-op, like I suspect it does, this could be an absolute insanity of a thing to play with friends.
Yeah, I think they showed. I think it was that definitely showed at least 2-player co-op.
Yeah.
I think.
Which, if
I
it's
think
couch
you're
co-op,
right.
even better, so...
I think you're right.
Also, Gentle accidentally
foreplay.
spoiled. Yeah, the next one.
I did. I smacked enter because my fat ass fingers. Anyway.
Don't forget to smack that like button. Speaking of smacking things.
Yep. Don't forget to smack that like button, abuse that subscribe button, and turn on notifications.
And me.
Please don't.
Wait, what?
No.
Number 9 is Phantom Abyss. Group score 4.81. Liam is up first.
Cool. I gave this a whopping 6.25, and my review here reads, and I feel like I need to do a bit for this, but you guys remember all those YouTube videos like where people would like do the gameplay and then they'd talk over about something completely irrelevant, or be like, today on this top 10 list.
It's Liam,
But yeah,
guys.
I can't wait for this to be used in all those fucking YouTube videos where some nasally
right.
douche talks over gameplay and something unrelated to the game at all, but rather about the drama that they seek to create.
The commentary community is, I think, what you're looking for there, with people who's no longer.
Yeah,
on
I
YouTube.
didn't want to mention them by name.
Gentle, bleep that.
Okay. I don't know who that is, but okay.
Yeah.
Everyone will get the reference as soon as I do the voice, but I didn't want to mention them by name.
Well, because you got boomers like Gentle here, I've got to make sure he knows.
Gentle
Yeah,
lady.
no. I think Ghost Runner was the last game that was like that, and I think this one's going to be the next one. You're right.
A11, your thoughts?
I gave this a 4. I have actually looked at a little bit of it since the showcase, and I maybe would try it. I like it kind of took me a little while to process the idea that it's like effectively almost like a time trial type thing, and there's ghosts of people who have tried it before you and failed. So I kind of like that element of I guess watching other people fail.
You monster.
Bit dark, but I think that'd be quite funny. You're running along, you avoid a spike trap, only to see somebody else was stupid enough to run right into it. It could be fun.
I feel like A11 would really benefit from playing a wizard in D&D.
Yeah, I think so.
Ninja.
I completely 100% agree with A11 on this one. Like, almost word for word. My notes are very similar to what he's just said. I also said that this could be a really funny thing to stream and see people get tilted and then laugh at other people's failures. But also got a 4 from me, so...
All right. I gave it a 5. It looked like a cool puzzle platformer, but I don't really have much else to say about it. So I'm just going to take us to number 8 here, which is Death's Door, which got a... Oops, I didn't hit enter. 4.88 group score.
Oh god, we still haven't crossed 5 yet, and we're almost.
Oh, you guys are gonna love my fucking review for this one.
I'm ready.
On that note, Liam will be last. Let's start with A11.
I gave this a 2, and I cannot remember the game, so I feel like that was probably the right call from me.
Ninja?
I gave this a 7 because it's my kind of music, of my kind of game style. It's very dungeon crawling, very very much fluid dungeon crawling combat, and the boss fights look interesting and challenging. So for me, that's the kind of thing that I'm going to go for.
Oh, alrighty. I, like A11, I seem to recall it being blasted by a lot of input, because all my notes here say is a lot of ideas at play here. So it sounds like I was unable to grasp everything that was happening. I gave it a 3. So let's go to Liam's review now.
I gave it Death's Door. I thought it looked great in the trailer. I actually gave it a 7.5. And I think my review really sums it up in just a few small half syllables of bird.
I was really expecting something else, but I'm not disappointed.
What about the bird?
Dude, it was a bird.
Bird. It was indeed a bird.
Anyway, that was my review. 7.5 for just the word bird.
Well done.
Well, you know what they say, right?
The bird is the word.
Bird is the word. Please don't
all right.
do CS.
I ain't afraid. I'm really afraid. We're going to go to number 7. Shadow Warrior 3. Finally crossing the 5 mark. Just got 5.0 from us overall. I'll go first. I gave it a 3. I said it looks like easier Doom with more silliness.
I think that's going to be a common thread here.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What was this overall? Let's go to Liam.
I gave this a 7, and my description reads, a refreshing change from the lackluster of Ubisoft. It's Doom the Neon Pass.
A11.
I give this a 4. Crazy blood and gore and gunplay looks fun, but it's going up against Doom, isn't it? And probably not going to be as good.
Cool. We all had the same reference in mind. Well, I guess we'll find out, Ninja.
Well, I gave it a 6, and it says, my notes here, stupid gory shooty seems to have taken some cues from Doom 2016 and Eternal. To be fair, I do love Shadow Warrior. I like what they're doing with the reboot series, but they really went down the Doom Eternal route with this one, didn't they?
Developer, look at our new game, viewers. It looks like Doom.
We're the assholes who start the trend of, man, this is the Cuphead of platformers.
Oh God, no, no, I refuse.
This is the Doom of Blood Dragon.
Oh,
The Doom of my sanity more than anything else.
Number 6. Codename Final Form. Got a 5.00 group score.
I'm just trying to find which one that was.
It's in Koch Prime Time.
Was it?
It is, yes. Yes, it
Oh,
was.
there we go. There we go. Found
Ninja,
it.
go ahead.
I just gave it a 4. I actually really remember very little about it, but I did say it had Metroid Prime vibes in my notes, so I'm guessing that's why I gave it a 4. I don't remember it the slightest.
Sounds fair. A11.
I gave this a 4 as well. I said there wasn't enough shown for me. I'm not sure I'd pick it up anyway.
Liam.
I gave Final Form a 7. I said it's piqued my interest with how unique it seems, but that's about it.
Okay. I gave it a 5. I said space, combat, and cybernetics. And I left it at that.
Just play System Shock 2 then.
Yeah, how dare you give money to independent developers?
How dare I? We're in top 5 now. Number 5, Dolman, with a 5.19 from the group. I have the wrong thing highlighted. I'll go first. Where's my note? Okay. So I said for Dolman, Doom with Souls? Question mark. Souls-like in the way of dying a lot, but that's not the good part of Souls for me.
Wow, Jake,
Sounds
what
like
a fake fan.
I think I only realized that you die a lot in this game when I'm rereading my notes here. I think that's all I glimpsed. I give it a 5 though. Ninja?
I gave Dolman a 4. It just seemed to show a magic MacGuffin immediately. The world didn't really do anything for me. It just looked like a typical hostile alien world environment kind of thing. I couldn't tell what the combat focus was. Was it melee? Was it range? Was it magic? Or was it a combination of all of them?
Yes.
Also, shout out to the
Yes.
big dragon. There was just a big dragon. That's probably the best part of that trailer.
Shout out to the big D.
Exactly. The Dargon. Dargon.
Me when I
Liam?
go on Pornhub. So I gave Dolman a 6.75. I like the aesthetic, and I'll be interested in the gameplay once it's released. But for now, didn't see any gameplay, so that got an average of 5 for the gameplay. Everything else was fine for me.
A11.
Yeah, I also gave it a 5. It's a maybe from me, but like Liam, I wanted to see more. I wanted to see some gameplay. I wanted to have a better idea of the game as a whole. But I am intrigued enough to keep an eye on it and see how it gets reviewed when it releases.
Also, fellas, I'm missing 2 games.
Are you?
Yep.
You may have scored them in like a different one, and they came up
Yeah,
again
if you
here.
score them in different conferences, you just take those scores from those.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing.
Everyone talked about Dolman, right?
Yep.
Okay. Number 4, Trek to Yomi. Am I saying that right?
I think it's Yomai.
Trek to
Don't
Yomai.
listen to him. Don't listen to him.
No, I
Liam's-
legitimately think it's Yomai because in Japanese the MI is read as Mai.
Liam's never led me astray. Pound, pound, 9 pound for everybody.
Yeah, pound, 9 pound to you too, pal.
So this got a 5.25 from the group. Liam, why don't you go first?
I gave it a 7, a nice round 7 for once. I gave a round number, and I said, consider my butthole awaiting more information because I really like the aesthetic.
Nice. I gave it a 3. And my notes just say black and white Sekiro, question mark. Ninja.
I gave this a 6, and one of the things I liked about that was that it said in the trailer at the very beginning, actual gameplay, nothing is pre-rendered. So as a typical Devolver shot fired at the big AAA guys for their pre-rendered gameplay footage, not actual footage, that kind of thing. I did say as well, it looks something like a side-scrolling Ghost of Tsushima, actually, to me, more so than Sekiro. It definitely gives me more Ghost of Tsushima vibes than Sekiro, but I like the side-scrolling 2D. It wouldn't surprise me if there was one specific color that came out in super sharp focus. So, yeah.
A11.
I gave it a 5. Samurai, heck yeah. Keen to see more. Again, it's one of those ones where I will wait to see more on it, but it's one that I am keeping my eye on and will probably play at some point, I think.
Real quick, I want to issue an apology to everyone. I was incorrect. It is Trek to Yomi.
Thank you. Okay. Number 3. Tribes of Midgard.
Oh,
Also gets the group
that
5.
sounds
Oh,
like a
okay, that's
familiar
why I'm
game.
missing.
See previous video. Gentle, link to it somewhere, or link it in the description
Link in the
below.
description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, yo.
And make sure you follow us on our various social medias. I'm on myspace.com.
You'll find me on Bebo.
Yeah, Bebo for life.
What is Bebo?
Oh, Daylight, we can bond over them not knowing.
Never
Google
heard of that in my life. Guys, don't forget to add me on MSN Messenger.
You can find Gentle on AOL.com.
It's true.
All right,
Hold
Jen,
on.
what's it got? What, a 5 point something? 5.25. What's next?
5.25. Yeah.
If it's what I think it is, I'm gonna do the same bit again. You do realize that?
And we're gonna do the exact same spiel.
Oh shit! Paste. Hold on. I'm sorry.
No, I missed that game.
Yeah, shit-paced in India.
Can you imagine
Tell me
what
more.
marketing
Alright.
is? That just sounds like the worst superpower that exists. Like, what
So-
is superpower? Shit
Are you
paste.
sure it wasn't skies above?
Liam, I also put skies above.
It's not
I was shown. You and I both must have heard them wrong without seeing the title on the screen, because it sounded like they said skies, but it's scars above.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you and I made the same mistake, buddy. We gave it a 6.25 out of the entire group.
Actually ranked pretty well.
It did, and we were all very close to each other on this. Liam, go ahead and start.
Man, I need to correct my error here, or I'll feel like a fool for the rest of my 5 minutes. I wrote, I gave it a 6, and I wrote, I'm on the fence here, boys. Everything just kind of feels flat. That was it.
A11.
I also gave this a 6. This is one that I mean, I remember it, so that's a good start, because a lot of these kind of ones that we're talking about, I wasn't really remembering all of them. This one I do remember. I actually would probably like to play this one. I thought it was quite cool with the kind of the different weapons that they picked up, and they're like burning some stuff with the fire things and that sort of thing. But it could also maybe be boring. I think we need to know more about the story to know if it will kind of be gripping enough, because I think like Liam was saying earlier, I don't think the combat would carry the game. It needs to have a good story, and we don't know that at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I'm the outlier. I
Yes,
gave
you
this
are.
a 7. So I'm the reason that 0.25 exists. I said actually looks solid, Dead Space but less scary, crafting, exploring, alien planet. Looks like Horizon Zero Dawn storytelling. So
What?
that's what it looked like to me from what I saw. So I liked what I saw. Ninja?
What? Gentle just broke my brain. I was getting more of a Mass Effect Andromeda vibe out of that than
Same.
Horizon. That was nothing like Horizon's gameplay. Have you played Horizon?
Not
No, it's a
gameplay.
narrative.
The method of storytelling.
Yeah, that's definitely Mass Effect Andromeda style storytelling. Honestly, there's a lot of info scanning by the looks of it, and I really, really hope we can move faster than that leisurely saunter we were forced to look at the whole time. Look, the scanning / detective mode kind of thing looks fun. It looks like that there's going to be a lot of elemental reactions in the combat based on the little bit that we saw. I do, however, agree with what was said, that it needs to have a solid story behind it. Doesn't have to be groundbreaking or brilliant, it just needs to be solid. And it could do alright from there.
Mm-hmm. Is everyone ready for number 1?
Oh god.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see
Okay.
what fucking previous content we have to go back to read.
Yeah, guess what? It is previous
Oh
content.
wow, it's Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Guys, what did you think of this unique game you haven't read before?
Hey, maybe you guys should check out our previous video, because we actually scored it there too.
You can also follow us on our social medias. I'm on myspace.com.
You find me on Bebo.
I can be found on MSN Messenger.
And you can find Gentle on AOL.com.
What a
Yes.
dumb finish that was.
So our number 1 was a 6.31.
I think
the tier
that
2
says
pubs.
it all, doesn't it?
That says everything.
And our lowest was a 1.25.
And it was only a 1.25 because I was feeling generous.
So if you didn't see those shows, don't feel bad.
Yeah, no, you really. This is all you need to know about them, essentially, at this point.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to watch the live action bits from the Devolver Digital, because that was actually one of the
To be-
only
yeah.
times I enjoyed a live action skit.
Yeah,
To
it was
be
very
fair,
well done. Very well done.
Devolver's always wonderful with whatever they show. Like, you might not necessarily like the games, but the way they show everything, top quality.
And make sure you go and renew your premium pass thing. At the
Devolver Max Pass Plus, right?
yeah.
That's
yeah,
it.
that was the one. And don't forget to subscribe. for a whopping $0 a month.
That's the dumbest. Anyway,
All right, let's stop that recording. Number 0. Yeah, actually, you know what? Gentle's right. Number 0. Devolver Max Pass Plus. I have it. I'm going to keep going. Devolver Max Pass Plus. Put the website on screen, Gentle.
I'll flash it. I'll change colors on the text, too.